Hello and welcome to No Look Reviews, where we watch United games so you don't have to. I'm Akib, I have Ahil with me, and we're going to review this past game week for United. So let's start off with the Galatasaray versus Man United game. So Ahil, what are your quick thoughts?
I guess we started off kind of well,
Yeah.
but obviously, until the red card, we had some chances. We made some chances, played some good football, I guess, some decent football, and then once the red card happened, we were just off. Hoyland played a pretty decent game. Amrabat was
Yeah.
at left back, but obviously he had his ups and downs during the game. He's not a left back per se, so he tried to catch up and try to play his best match, but got caught off a bunch of times, which I guess isn't exactly his fault, but can't really say much about it other than that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I agree. I think we played really well. At least the first half, I thought we created some good chances, especially until we scored. We had loads of chances. The goal for Rasmus Hoyland was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was a good team goal. Again, Rashford has been criticized a lot recently for not creating much, so it was good to see him actually assisting Hoyland. But which he did actually, even if you look at the Bayern Munich game. He had 2 assists then.
I mean, we don't have any other channels to go
Yeah.
through, so he's the only one that we have to go through, and eventually he will get an assist. But his decision making has not been up to par, which obviously does not help his case.
Yeah.
So, numbers don't always catch the full picture, and that's exactly why a lot of the United fans are giving him a stick for his game. But he is a decent player. He does have potential. We're sure, we're all confident that he'll come back, make a comeback. But
Yeah.
when that's gonna be, you never know.
Yeah, no, sounds good. And I think another reason why we're struggling to create so many chances is because we're losing the midfield battle every single week.
Yep.
I don't think the Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount midfield works at all. Even when we've tried Hannibal in it, he's not really someone that controls the game.
Yep.
He's again another attacking midfielder. I don't think, at least for the way that we play our football, I don't think that works. We're not quite there with the City where you have Rodri, Silva, and De Bruyne just running the show. I think we need someone more controlling. Last year we were in talks for De Jong again. I think we would have been a completely different team if that had happened. But yeah, at least for now, I don't think we have enough avenues, and that's because we're not controlling games.
Yeah. But again, one player is not going to make the biggest difference. It's the rest of the team.
Yeah.
There are situations, there are like things that we need to talk about when it comes to Bruno, when it comes to Mount, when it comes to like other players. Casemiro, obviously, he doesn't have the legs for it anymore. He's old. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna run. He's gonna pass the ball around. Maybe he's smart. He's smart enough. He'll get the goals. He's been getting us goals. He's been creating chances for us here and there. But he's not the CDM that he used to be. He'll make stupid tackles because he knows he can't make it back in time. And that's what Maguire used to do, and now we're seeing Casemiro do the same. So there's a lot of things to consider before we just go on and say that, if we brought in De Jong, it's going to completely change the view for us, but that's not going to happen. There's a lot of other issues to consider, and I guess that's what we're going to talk about.
And I guess in the second half, when Eriksen did come on, we saw, I guess, flashes of last season where we were actually controlling the midfield again. They created a lot of chances. But again, not many people taking the chances other than Rasmus Hoyland.
And that was it.
Yeah, top scorer of the Champions League, I think, still.
At this point, 3 goals for him, and then I think Julian Alvarez is next to him after 3 as well. So
no, I think he's had a good start. I think he's had a good start to his United career. I think he looks really powerful. For sure. He's good with his hold-up play. I don't think that's something that I knew about him when he joined.
Yeah.
I knew he was like a young,
fast,
pacey, powerful forward, but I'm really surprised with this hold-up play. I think he's done. Yeah, go ahead.
He was back to goal. Yeah,
he's back to goal for sure. I think as soon as we saw him in his debut against Arsenal, he was actually manhandling Gabriel, and we didn't get a penalty. Clear shout if you look at this week's games and Liverpool getting their penalty against Brighton.
Yeah.
Again, that could have been a completely different game, but no, Rasmus has been very promising for sure. So moving on to the not so positives during the Galatasaray game. A specific moment that changed the game where Onana decided to play a pass to the left center back. The pass came back to him, and then I guess you could call it a moment of madness, or in terms of Onana, I guess it's just a regular thing for him to make these kind of mistakes. And Yeah, Casemiro tried to defend, get back, but obviously like the forward was smart enough to shield himself and
Yep.
get tackled. So Casemiro was sent off. Galatasaray had a penalty,
Yep.
and
Which,
they would want Icardi to take it. I think he scored a goal a game. I
Yep,
think
yep,
this season,
pretty
I think he's at a very good ratio, and he missed. So
which was a surprise.
which was a surprise. But yeah, what do you think? What happened after that?
The goal that he scored afterwards, obviously it was coming. We were a man down. We did not have that person defend, like, protecting our back line. And the eventual, like, what was supposed to happen kind of happened. We conceded. Icardi got the ball. And Onana was very much out of position. And he did not know what he was doing at the moment. You could see the expression on his face. And he got chipped. It was not the best chip. Not the best finish from Icardi ever. But Onana got caught off again. And we conceded. We ended up losing the game 3-2, which was unfortunate because we did play a decent game up to the point. We even tried out afterwards, but just didn't work out for us.
Yeah.
Very much didn't.
Yeah, and I don't even think after they scored the third, like usually when you're losing a game, towards the end there's like one big chance that you usually get where you can convert, you can level the game and maybe go on to win. But in this game, I think as soon as we got the red card, I think that was it. I don't think there were any other chances after that.
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward.
And if you've seen Onana play in the past with Inter, he definitely knew what he was doing when he got the ball. He always played the right pass to three defenders or one of the wide players. He always had the right pass. But since he's been playing with United, he's had preseason. He had a decent game or so, but since the season started, he has not done enough. He has not done anything that has really helped his case per se. He made a couple good saves here and there, but I think as a normal goalkeeper and as an average goalkeeper, you should be able to make those saves. Maybe one or two special ones, nothing crazy. Apart from that, the one thing that we brought him in for was his distribution. And all I've seen him do is play stupid long balls that we cannot even get captured because the only tall player we have up top is Hoyland, and everyone else is unable to fight those aerial duels. So it's interesting how we're using him. That's playing.
Yeah, we'll get to Onana again. I have another discussion point about him as we move along this video. But I guess the next thing I want to talk about is predictions for United in the Champions League. 2 games, 2 losses. Still a game against Bayern Munich remaining. So, what do you think? Can you make it out of the group, or do you think we're going back to the Europa?
To be fair, 1 game against Bayern Munich, I'm not very positive about it. I don't think we're going to win that. Maybe a draw comes out of it if we really pick up our shit. We really pick things up. But apart from that, the other 3 games, I can only see 2 wins maybe and a draw. So that's 7 points. I don't know if that's enough for us to make it out of this group stage and make it into the knockouts. I feel like it's probably going to end up being a Europa League finish. We might go to the Europa League, and then we'll see how it goes from there. We normally do decent in the Europa League, but always end up messing up on one stage or another. So let's see. That's what I think for now.
Yeah. At this point, I think it's very difficult to predict. I think the Galatasaray game was something that, if you saw the draw, you would think, okay, at least at home you would get the 3 points. Like Turkey away is always difficult. I think their support is very intimidating for the team. So, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're probably gonna get a point in Turkey. We might, again, like you said, we'll win the 2 games against Copenhagen, but the Bayern Munich game, I think that's what it all boils down to. I don't know if we can have a special night at Old Trafford. I haven't been much recently, but let's see. I think they won't make it out of the group. I think it'll probably be Europa League again.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope not, but that might be the pessimist in me talking. And then let's see if we can actually make it through. All right, let's move on to the game that we just saw happen, and surprisingly, we got a positive result. Let's be honest, with the both of us thought we were not making it through. We're not going to get anything positive out of the game. And most United fans are probably as pessimistic as we were. So, what do you think?
Yeah.
You want to start off with the lineups and then go on to the game?
Yeah, let's start with the lineups. I think, again, Varane injured again. So, start with Dalot at left back. Or I guess Dalot at right back this game. Maguire and Evans at center back. And Lindelof at left back. We've usually had Amrabat at left back, but I think against Galatasaray, it was clear that it's not his
It's not
position.
gonna help yet.
And for a must-win game, even though it's against Brentford, I think we needed more defensive cover than just Amrabat. So, yeah, Amrabat, Casemiro midfield. It was actually surprising to see because I thought it would be Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had Amrabat and Casemiro, and then again Bruno on the right, Marcus on the left, and Poylan up top. So I think in terms of, I would say the front six, I think it was a pretty balanced lineup. But again, the defense was something that I was concerned about when I saw the lineups. I thought, again, you have Bueno, Risa, players like that, fast, strong players against Maguire and Evans. So yeah, no, it was definitely a very nervous watch throughout the 90, and especially, I think we started the game well. I think we had a couple of chances. I think the first couple of minutes, I would say until the first 15, we're just trying to find a footing in the game. But after that, there were a couple of chances again. Rashford trying to provide for Hoyland, even sometimes going on his own. But yeah, I think again, when the game turned with the certain Andre Onana. So, walk us through what happened.
I like to block out a lot of bad memories, so I'm not very sure of the fact of what happened, but it's obviously Onana did not make a save that he should have, that any average normal goalkeeper in the Premier League should be saving. Obviously, none of these players are average; they're all above average, well and beyond above average. That's why they're where they are. And no disrespect to them, I'm pretty sure Onana will come back to his form. I'm hoping, at least for the sake of our teams. But at this point, you see the expressions on his face. You see how frustrated he is. He has no confidence left. Like he's a confidence type of player. We've seen that in interviews. We've seen that in the preseason games. Rather that be him giving Maguire shit for what he did during the game, or that be one of the interviews that he did. Lindelof also made a big mistake during that play.
Yeah.
He tried to pass the ball wrong when he should have just cleared it, and messed up. We gave the ball away. It was a pretty simple shot, a very simple finish along the ground, curving, and Onana just had some butterfingers to deal with, I guess.
Yeah.
To be fair, so it was very unfortunate how we conceded, and we tried to catch back up during the game, but all we did was just run around with Mount and Amrabat, and Casemiro tried to do what he did. Bruno tried to do what he did, but we did not have very clear strategies or tactics to follow, because Dalot was trying to run down the right as much as he could, but he was not always there, and we needed that width when Brentford was playing a 5-back, so trying to make the field as wide as we possibly could. We tried, but we didn't have that wide player, and you could see how that went. But yeah, you can kind of take it away from there.
Yeah, I think it all started with. I actually wouldn't blame Maguire. I know you've mentioned that he played a risky pass to Casemiro. I
don't blame him either.
Yeah, I think it's a quick free kick. I think Casemiro had loads of time.
Yep.
He's been playing these one-touch passes. I think for the most of the Brentford game, they did work well. I think they started a lot of attacks, but I think there's one time, especially because it was a short pass. We had a lot of players covering the midfield from Brentford. I think it was just a stupid pass to play, especially someone with his experience. Like, you got to know better.
Yep.
I think could have taken his time, taken a touch, probably pass it wide instead of trying to play through the middle.
Yep.
And then, after that, again, Lindelof, I don't think he's having a good season at all. I think if there's a first 11 for the worst players of the week, or first players of the Premier League so far, I think he would be one of them.
He could be up there, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's made a lot of defensive mistakes that have costed us.
Our Iceman, he's not really been up to par. He had been the hard worker that he wasn't the last year, and that's why he has the reputation he does over Maguire.
Yeah.
But we don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
He tries to work hard, but he's still making a lot of mistakes, whether that be because he's just not as focused as he was, or whatever the issues might be. But either way, we don't have many options other than the defenders that we have right now. So injuries have made a big difference. Luke Shaw's gone, Malacia's gone, Varane's injured on and off all the time. Lissandro's gone. But even when Lissandro was on the field, he has made his own mistakes as well. So I wouldn't
And I think
Try-
Lissandro is
yeah.
just, he was just playing through injury, and I think they
Yeah.
should have just eased him back in.
Yep, yep.
And now he's out for a long period. So again, I think this just mistakes from our staff. I think
Yep.
they just mismanagement of players. Again, I think we don't even have like a chief medic or something. I think we're trying to chase someone from Arsenal, but
Yeah.
again, it's just a shit show in the club right now.
There's a lot of things that are going wrong. A
Yeah.
lot of the management, upper management, like the owners. Obviously, that whole fiasco has
Yeah.
been an issue. They tried to sell the club. They're bullshitting or they're trying to change something up. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? It's definitely on to them at the end of the day that the club's doing shit. They need to change something. I don't blame Ten Hag as much as a lot of people might.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not used to coaching a lot of the big players that we have at United. And that we have seen evidently that with Sancho and Ronaldo and like a lot of other players, he just does not know how to manage bigger players, bigger personalities.
Yeah.
And that's how it was for Arteta as well. But he worked his way around. He stayed there for a while. He had some bad seasons, some okay seasons, and now he's up to second, or he's still on the top four. So it's a big player for winner of the Premier League. So let's see how that goes for them. But yeah, that's definitely don't blame Ten Hag as much as most people do. But we don't have a lot of players that are giving it all for the club. So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Ten Hag's to blame yet. I think whatever, he's just dealing with whatever cards he has, right? So, and I think at Ajax and Arteta at Arsenal, I think the two things that were there were structures, like clear structures of the club, like who makes the decisions in terms of transfers, recruitment, tactics. We don't have that. I think Ajax doesn't have that anymore after Overmars and Van der Sar left. But at least when Ten Hag was at Ajax, they had that clear structure.
Yeah.
And even at Arsenal with Edu, I think it's completely changed the course of that club. I think before Arteta and Edu, I think that club was in disarray. So, I think Ten Hag just needs a structure. I think he needs less responsibilities. I think right now he's doing more of the Sir Alex job and trying to manage the whole club.
Yep.
And that's clearly not. I don't think
everyone can do that.
Yeah, not everyone can do that for sure.
Sir Alex was obviously special.
Yeah.
He was the guy for us, and since then it's been a shit show. So that's pretty evident as it is.
Yeah. So after the goal, again, I think the game was just dragging by. I don't think any team was creating any chances. Brentford was just in a low block, just trying to defend, which they were defending easily. We weren't creating a lot.
Yep.
But I guess things changed when Ten Hag brought his subs on. So
well, first of all, the first one I'm gonna kind of bring up is Anthony that came on. He brought the width on, and you could see that we were creating a little bit more chances because of that. We had one wide man that we could depend on, but he was playing combinations with Dalot, with the midfield. They were trying to pass around. We had some chances on, and then came the man that made the difference, McTominay. He came on the 87th minute, did not do much. Let's be honest. Till the 93rd minute, he didn't do anything at all. Maybe play one or two passes.
Yeah,
I think I saw his touches in the game, and he only had 5 touches.
Yeah, and I think only 2 passes. So again,
that says it all.
Yeah.
About McTominay's performance. But when it mattered, he showed up. Alejandro Garnacho, he was also one of the main substitutes. Again, bringing the width to the game. Bringing the grid to run at defenders, trying to create chances inside the box, squaring the ball to someone that can maybe make something work. Yeah. And the first goal came from him. Like, he turned around with 2 defenders. He was trying to work around them, got to the byline, passed the ball in. Dalot took a shot with his weak foot, which is actually not too bad of a shot. The only thing is it went straight to the goalkeeper, who made the save. And then comes in McTominay.
Got McSauce.
McSauce. He took the craziest of touches. It reminded me of Berbatov's touch when Scholes just pinged the ball through the midfield. And obviously, no disrespect to Berbatov, that was a classy touch. McTominay's was obviously a lot easier than that, but he stretched away, got the ball onto the ground, used his weak foot, finished it, bottom corner, and the goalkeeper was caught off guard. He did not know what was coming.
Yeah.
That was the first goal. We ran back. We kept going, and then last minute, we won a free kick on the halfway line towards the right side. Bruno played a long ball, and no disrespect to Maguire, he's played a crazy good game. I give him respect where it's due. he passed the ball. He laid the ball into the box, lobbed it into the box using his head, and McTominay was right there. The goalkeeper again caught off guard, did not know what he was doing, conceded the goal, and that's pretty much how it happened. It's McTominay took 5 touches, and 2 of those touches were golden. They're
I mean,
class.
you would
They're
say 3
inside
of
the
them.
box.
You would say 3 of them were goals.
3 of them were goals.
3 of them
yeah.
were goals. Yeah, you could have had a 10-minute hat trick.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and what do you have to say about it?
Dominic, you said it all. I guess there's a reason why he's played as a striker in the academy.
Yep.
And
he definitely has his touches. He definitely knows how to finish. So,
got to ask actually a trivia. Top 2 goal scorers of Euro qualifying. Who are they?
oh, Euro qualifying. That is McTominay, and the other one was goddamn it. Who is it? Kane? No.
Rasmus Højlund.
Højlund. Yeah. 2
All right.
United men's.
2 United men's.
Yeah.
Top scorers in the Euros right so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I think I was just joking. I don't think they can be a top 2. I think we can play with the front 2 for sure. Like, we can't play with front 3. We don't have enough midfield control. I don't think we can play 4-4-2 anymore. At least not for the while. I know Ten Hag likes to, like he said, he wants us to be the best transition team, but I think that playing a 4-4-2 is just giving away the possession completely. And again, but I mean, it gives him something to think about, right? He said again in his press conference after that. It's a good headache to have, seeing McTominay score a couple of goals, and especially with the lack of attacking options. We have Martial coming on. Martial is good, but again, not reliable.
He hasn't been good enough.
Yeah,
and he had like 2 good chances, and he scuffed one of them.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't a good enough finish. It was right at the goalkeeper. He hasn't been as good as he was in the past when he started for United, obviously. So,
and I would say, like, the one he missed, if there was anyone you wanted in the entire United squad to have that chance, it would be Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
He scored that loads of times before, I think.
Crazy. He's finessing in the top bins, bottom corners.
Yeah.
It's always been him.
Let's move on to the Premier League predictions for United for the next 5 games. Before we do that, do you think this is a turnaround for United, or do you think it's going to be more of these inconsistent performances?
Not yet. We don't have our players back. I feel like unless we can get all of our players back from injury, I don't think we can get back to the consistent performances that we had. It's going to take a while. This result definitely brings up morale in the squad. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping the dressing room definitely had a good atmosphere after this game. Obviously, there have been a lot of bad performances, but this definitely should bring up their confidence. And the next game, we'll see. We'll see if we have a confidence squad, if we play the way we want to play. We don't play another team's game. We play our own game, and that's when we'll kind of see where the team's going. So.
Yeah. And what a shit time to have international break. I think for the entire United squad, I think they would have liked to play right away. I think the momentum would have been good for them, but again, with the international break, I think even Ten Hag, even if he wanted to play McTominay, I think he's just going to go back to default settings.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to try to play his own tactics and put out his own team rather than picking players on form.
Yep.
But yeah, so first game, Sheffield United away in the Premier League.
Well, to be fair, we've had a better form away than at home. I'm saying we do have a chance of winning, but Sheffield United is not going to be an easy place to go to and just play our game. They're going to be very defensive again, another low block, and we're going to have to create chances and not get caught out on the counter, which we have been in the past. I feel like we might win it again. It might be. We might concede a goal or so and come back, or the other way around. But it could be, I would think, a 2-1. 2-1 to United.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the 2-1 myself. I think United have just been poor defensively all season.
Yeah.
And even though it's Sheffield United, I think, again, we're susceptible to cutbacks still. Even against Brentford and Galatasaray. I think Galatasaray, 2 of their goals were just cutbacks. And, couldn't deal with them. Midfielders are not tracking back, or they're just not fast enough, they're just not physical enough to deal with the cutbacks.
Yep.
I think Sheffield United will find spaces again in the box, and I think they'll score 1. But I think we have enough to, overpower them. I think we'll win 2-1 as well. The next game, United against Copenhagen in the Champions League at home.
At home. I feel like that has to be a must-win. It needs to be. We'll still concede a goal, but we'll probably score a couple goals. I feel like it might be one of the bigger wins. Maybe 3-1, but again, I'm kind of shaky when I say that. I just don't trust the team fully enough. But yeah, I feel like hopefully it's a 3-1 win for us.
Yeah, I think I'll do a 2-0.
2-0, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough goals on us right now. I think we're gonna try to be, especially in the Champions League. I think we're gonna be more defensive than
That's
we'd
fair.
like to be, just because we need to win games now. I
That's
think
true,
I think
yeah.
instead of being possession heavy, I think we're just gonna try to sit back, be in a low block, and then
Counter on it.
try to counter. I think 2-0 will be a good result. Next game, City at home in the Premier League.
Oh no, not this one again.
This one again. I mean, we do have again Old Trafford against City. We managed to get a result every single time. So
The thing is, it depends on form, right? Last year, by the time we got to City, we obviously had picked up the pace again after that Liverpool 7-0 butcher. Like we just got hammered by Liverpool, and then we picked up the game after that. We actually made some comebacks, played some decent games, really played as a team, and that's why against City we didn't play that as bad as we did, and we still lost though. So it didn't matter at the end of the day. This time around, I feel like looking at the recent performances, obviously the next 2 or 3 games are going to make a big difference. The next 2 games. But at the moment, I would say we're losing 4-0.
4-0, wow.
Maybe 4-1, but it's going to be a big one for me. I again, that's the pessimist in me talking, so
yeah,
that's how it's going to go for me.
Yeah. I think for City, yeah, we're definitely losing.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's going to be a draw. I think they just have too much for us, at least at this point in the season. I'll go with the 2-1. I think it'll be close. I think they might score 2, and then we just sit back. We might get a goal in the end.
Yeah.
I think similar to Bayern Munich. I think it's the way it's gonna go. I think City will play in third gear after the second goal, and they'll just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think even when we score, I don't think they're gonna have any pressure. I think they can easily score as many as they want against us. But I think it'll be tighter than a 4-0 for sure.
And to the next, we have Newcastle at home.
And this is the Carabao Cup. I think it'll be. I would like to be optimistic. I think Newcastle. Yeah, they've played well in the Champions League again.
Yeah.
Demolished PSG. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. No,
No
I didn't. I didn't for sure.
Yeah.
But they have been struggling a bit in the Premier League, I would say. I don't think they've had
shaky performances.
They've had some shaky performances.
Yeah.
I think obviously they're good, but they're also a bit inconsistent this season. I think we might just scrape that. I think it'll be a 1-0.
I feel like I agree with you a little bit here. I just don't trust our team not conceding a goal against Newcastle. They have class forwards, Almiron, Isaac, Gordon's been crazy good as well for them. Excuse me, but yeah, I feel like we might scrape through, but it might just go on to penalties. It might be a 1-0 and then we win.
And the final one for this video, it's Fulham away in the Premier League.
All right, that has to be a win. I feel like, no disrespect to Fulham, I feel like at that point United should have been picked up their game, because if at that point we don't pick it up, we're not doing well this season at all. We're not going to be close to the top 5 or the top 4. So it's not going to be a fun season for us if we don't win that one. So I feel like I want to say it might be a 2-0 win for us.
Yeah. I think Fulham away historically has always been a good fixture to us.
Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of iconic moments. I know. I think the season we won the league in 06-07, I think Ronaldo had a last-minute winner there. Or was that Old Trafford, but against it was Fulham. So good fixture. And then last year, Garnacho just before the World Cup, last-minute winner there. And then that propelled us to have a good season afterwards. So I think we'll win. I think it'll be 3-1.
3-1, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to add to this. We obviously, Andres Pereira, he's playing for Fulham, ex-United. And we have had a good kind of reputation of conceding from ex-United players.
That's true.
So I feel like that one goal might just be from him. And again, he has shown his potential. He has been playing well. He's done enough to be the starter on the team. So I feel like he might just score. Yeah.
And I think they're without Mitrovic, I think they're a less lethal team.
Yeah.
I think with him I would be more scared against Fulham. I would have said 1-1 if he was playing, but I think without him we'll be more expansive. I don't think there's a lot to worry about except for Andres Pereira. I think he's the main creative output. Joao Polini, I think, is he still playing there?
Yeah, did he change? I think he is, yeah.
I think he's still there.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
He's a crazy good CDM. He's one of the best at the moment.
Yeah.
picked up his reputation since the World Cup, and he's shown a bunch of performances. He's shown why he has the reputation that he does. So,
and again, if it wasn't for his transfer failing against Bayern Munich, Scott McTominay wouldn't be playing for us.
Yep, he would have been gone.
Yeah, he would have gone.
That would have been an interesting situation as well. Paulinho would definitely be a really good addition to our team, if anything.
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
he goes into our United's starting 11, no doubt.
Yeah, I think that's a Casemiro replacement right away.
Yep, and he is young. He still has a bunch of years in him.
Yeah,
he's capturing a lot of experience with Fulham, and whatever team he does play with Portugal, especially with the World Cup, he put in some good performances off the bench as well.
Yeah,
and even started a couple games probably, I think. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
All right, so before we end the video, let's quickly do our player of the week.
All right. You want to go first?
All right. Yeah, I think this one's easy. I think Rasmus Højlund. I think the performance in Galatasaray. I think he was amazing. Especially the second goal. The way he just powered through the entire defense. I think, and then chipped the keeper.
Yep.
It was a good finish. Showed his power, showed his finishing. And even for the first goal against Galatasaray, I think the header showed that he's a fox in the box too. I don't think he's just. I think he's better than Romelu Lukaku, I would say.
Lukaku had his times. I don't know. People give him a lot of smack for the way he played. I liked him to a certain extent. He did fight for his spot. But yeah, I'll go with my player of the week. I'm going to call Johnny Evans. He's been a surprise addition to our team. We didn't expect him to be training with our team, let alone be signed for United as our last center back addition to the team. But as we know, he has put in some good performances. He's been the man at the back. He's been the leader that we needed. He provided that assist to Bruno, so that says a lot of it as well. And none of us expected him to play as well as he did. Obviously, he's shown his class at Leicester for the past couple of years. But being, 35, 36, he's performing at its finest. He's aged like fine wine, right? So it's... I'll give him credit where it's due. Obviously he's not the world-class center back or good enough to be United's main center back, but at this point, he's shown us that he's worth keeping in the team and worth using here and there. And he's definitely been a standout performer and a role model for the rest of the defenders. He can definitely help them with his experience, so that's going to be an interesting situation. But that's my player of the week. Yeah,
and I guess a special shout out to Harry Maguire. I think I think he's played really well. Whenever he's come on this season, I think he's put in good performances. Just not only just the assist for McTominay's second goal. I think he played a couple of good switches. There was one to Garnacho that led to a good chance. I think
he's definitely been the rock in the back that we needed. Obviously, we played low blocks that preferred to his game style, the way he plays, but credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost the ball too much. He hasn't made any stupid mistakes, as we've seen in the past. But he's bringing it back.
Yeah.
He's fighting for a spot, as he said when he said he's going to stay. So.
Yeah. And again, McTominay and Maguire, two players that you wouldn't think would be in the squad and very vital against Brentford. All right, moving on to Cloud of the Week. I think this is unanimous. Yeah, it's pretty often like that. We've said his name a lot of times. We've mentioned him a couple times in this video. Start of it, midway through. And it is Onana. Yeah.
It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Just hasn't been the guy. Yeah,
he's not been good enough. And I think, again, I don't know about you, but I wasn't in favor of letting De Gea go. I think we have a lot, crucial problems, a lot more crucial problems in the team rather than switching the goalkeeper. But De Gea left, and when Onana came in, I think we were all excited. We all saw the Champions League performances, and we were like, okay, we have a world-class goalkeeper, but no, he's been nowhere near the good standard.
Yeah. And I don't completely blame him. Obviously, our center backs have not been good enough. Our defensive line is not good enough. Him conceding stupid goals on cutbacks is not always his fault. He could have made a save or two, but again, the more goals you concede, the worse your confidence gets. And again, he is a confidence player. So the way they played at Inter, it's going to be very different the way we play United. So he has to get used to everything. He has to kind of merge into the team and the play styles that we're kind of working with right here. So let's see how he pans out. But for now, he has to be the fan of the week.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. We'll be back in a couple of weeks where we'll review the Sheffield United and the Copenhagen games. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe this video, and hope to see you all soon.
See y'all later.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.